know the old adage.
Time is a stripper doing it just for you. But what they don't tell you, she old. She's old and she's seen better days. Built like an old Packard, that stripper. Got names of what you can only assume are her children on her, but she has them crossed out. But she sure is doing it just for you. Let's learn Cats Under the Stars, baby. It's time.
Time is a stripper doing it just for you. Time is a stripper.
Hello, you cool cats and kittens. What's happening? Welcome to an all-new brand spanking episode of The Play Dead. As always, I am Davey. Yeah, I am your gracious Sherpa of the mountain of Grateful Dead, JGB, all the good stuff. That's me. We're trying so hard. This episode of Play Dead is brought to you by good old Fred Instruments and the old SB500. I did a video on it. You can check it out. Also by me and the Golden Road Guitar Course. If you want to know how I play guitar and how I approach it and how I'm just able to play so fluidly and so flawlessly, ixnay that last part, flawlessly, not flawless. You know what we're doing today, right? We are doing cats, baby. We're doing Cats Under the Motherfucking Stars. Tom is a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Satin blouse unbuttoning. Maybe a little problematic. I mean, a friend said that this might be a little chauvinistic. I don't know. Could be a male stripper. Could also be a male stripper. You never know. Ladies, it's a male stripper to you. Men, it's a female stripper to you. Or whatever you're into. It doesn't matter, right? Stripper. Non-denominational stripper. Whatever you choose goes there. Time is your stripper. Be it whatever they may be, right? But honestly, you got to talk to Robert Hunter. He wrote this. And I also think that this song is honestly a little bit about a guy who's like being brought into the scene for the first time. I think it's about a guy maybe even like doing acid for the first time and like going downtown and like being a part of the scene. Cause like if you've ever been like, if you take psychedelics and go down and like, I say go downtown or like just wherever people are hanging out, like you go to a bar or go to a show or something like that. But it's always like there's that feeling, especially if you're on a psychedelic or even just experiencing something new, right? And you've got an open state of mind and you're experiencing something new. You can definitely be brought into this kind of narrative, right? Because it's about a guy kind of like making it through his night. Because cats on the blacktop, birdie in the treetop. Someone plays guitar that sounds like clavinet. I know they say clarinet, but clavinet makes so much more sense. I know that Jerry's dad was a clarinet player, but I don't know if that had much to do with it, right? I don't know. But clavinet, I know he has said clavinet. That's what I always heard, and it made the most sense to me in the world. So that's what I go with. That's my head canon, right? Clavinet. But there's like that idea of it going, because he's walking around, he's hearing these things, and he's kind of brought into like the beatnik music scene almost. Cats on the bandstand, give him each a big hand. He's like high at a show and he's like, holy shit. Anyone who sweats like that must be all right. And then someone like maybe wants to tussle with him. We did a whole Rock My Soul, our Patreon show, on the lyrics of this song. If you wanted to check that out, we actually put it out on the channel. So you could look up like lyrics to Cats Under the Stars and it should come up. It's really interesting to go through it line by line and kind of dissect it. I know you're not really here for that, so I'm trying to expedite this as much as possible. I know I talk a lot. Fuck you. My lessons. Okay? I love you. Cats Under the Stars. I hurt my hand. Cats Under the Stars, written for the 1978 album of the same name, baby. Yeah, it was written by Robert Hunter and Jerry Garcia, as always, the Dreama team. The Dreama team. Love them. They're great, if I may be so bold. The song, I mean, it was played regularly throughout JGB's career. It's like the Cats on the Stars was the only album that the JGB ever put out. I mean, like other than just tons of live stuff, but the only actually like full-formed JGB album, not a Jerry Garcia, JGB. And it's one of those masterpieces. This is one of those masterpiece songs. There's really not much more to tell about. There's really not a whole lot behind the song that I could find, other than like you can kind of tell that Robert wrote it about Jerry. Do you think Jerry knew that he was singing a bunch of songs written about him from his perspective, but by another person? Interesting, right? Anyways, this is how it breaks down, okay? So we've got our intro, which is also the back end of our verses and our choruses. If that makes sense, it will once we get into it. There's also our verse progression, and then there's that. You know what the fuck that is. You know what that is. You know what that is? It's a bridge. It's a big bridge. We're going to go hang out there. We're going to go hang out on that bridge, and we're going to throw car batteries off of it. You down? Okay. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to do it. I did it. Deal with it. Okay, so what we're going to do is this is a thick one. There's like little licks that I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you every little thing because there's like guitar parts all over this song. We're going to consolidate. I have compiled this from like some live, like I've watched him play this. That's how I have compiled some of these parts. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you just how to effectively play it. It's right. You know, you can play it along with the album version, but there's also going to be a backing track that I made for it, right? And it's right. Like, don't worry. I made sure that it's good to go. G to G. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into the old intro. Wacha. What's slappening? Hey, welcome to the old intro. This is what it looks like. It's a little chordy, but it's gonna make a whole lot of sense once you watch me play it and we break it down. Okay, it's like if you've been working a little bit on your chord inversions, or if you know some inversion shapes, it's gonna be super easy. Okay, so listen to me and we'll do it. Okay, see, not bad at all. So join me where my head is my nipple. Okay, so how we're gonna start? We're gonna start on an F, right? So your A-shaped F right up here. So you're gonna be barring your pointer finger on the old 8th fret, and you're gonna also bar your ring finger or your pinky, like that A shape. We're gonna do it up here as an F on the 10th fret, right? And then you're gonna go to an E minor. Right? And then you're going to go to a D minor. Then you're going to go to an A minor. Then you're going to go to a C. You're going to go to a G. Then you're going to go to an F. Right? See, now this isn't the most difficult thing in the world. These are easy shapes, right? And that's one thing you got to learn and you got to think about is when you're doing these songs and stuff, if you're looking at chords and you're trying to put them together and it seems to be a lot, just look for the pattern because there's always going to be an easier way to do it because people that write songs don't automatically go to the most difficult way to do it. They'll hear a line and be like, oh, I can do that. That's the easiest way to do that and it sound right. Right? So and it is pretty easy once you get it down. Okay? So F, E minor, D minor, A minor, C, G, F. Right? I know you got it, and you're going to have a lot of fun playing that. So go play it for a minute and come back. Okay, you're back. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a walk down to E minor. So we're going to do a 2 open on the A string, and then we're going to do a 3, 2 open on the A, or on the E, my bad. Right, so put that together. Right, and then you're gonna hit an E minor. You're gonna hit an A minor. You're gonna hit an F. Right, and then you're gonna do this line. Right? That's that little lick that he's doing. I'm going to show you how to do this When I did the thing, you'll see that I did it 2 different ways, and I'm going to teach you both ways. One way is the way that I do it. Like, I don't really do this lick that much. Like, I do the. I think it just sounds a little bit more. It's just a little bit more. I don't know. So I'm going to show you both of those. So that first one is a after that F, right? So we'll get to that point again. And then, so you just hit that F once like a bump, and then you go to the 3 on the E, and then you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 on the A string, and then you're gonna hit a 3 on the D, and then a 2, and then a 1 to 3 on the A string, right? So that's gonna lead you into the C of like the chorus that is also the intro, right? So let's do it up to that point again. Right? That's that part. Easy as pie. Right? And so the other way to do that would be to hit this C right here and then hammer on an F, basically. Right? So that's basically what you're doing is it basically is just hitting an F to a C. It's not really that that great sounding unless you zhuzh it up with that or the. That's what I'm doing. So I'm hammering on that F to that C, right? And I'm pulling it off. And then I'm hitting that D string on the 7th fret. And then I'm going to slide that up to this F right here. And then hit that C. So. That's it. And then we're going to do that same thing. That B flat to that C step up. Right? And then now we're in the chorus section, right? So that was your little intro thing. So. Or. Right? So now we're into the cats under the stars part, right? So now we're going to hit a C. Cats down under the stars. So that's a C to an F to an A minor to a G. Right? And then we're going to hit that same walk down to E minor. Do it all again. Cats down under the stars. Right? And then this is where we start this little walk up. Now, this walk up is fun. It's a G to an A minor to a B minor to a C to a D minor to an E minor to an F. Right? And all we're doing is we're taking, right? You know, these kind of chords, right? What we're going to do is we're going to take this G shape right here, just our 2 fingers there. And then we're going to split it into an A minor, and then we're going to take that up a whole step to a B minor, and then we're going to take it up a half step, turn it into a C. So that same shape with those 2 fingers, right? So then we're going to split it again, do a whole step, 2 whole steps, and then 1 half step up to this F, right? So if you were to put all your fingers on there, it would make this F, right? Which is the same here. So. Right? That's your little walk up. So let's put it all together, baby. Let's do it. I believe in you. You're beautiful. You nailed it. I'm so proud of you. Mwah. You did so good. Okay, so that's your intro / your chorus. You already know your choruses. That's it. And you also already know the back half of your verses, which is already your intro and your choruses. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to do is we're going to go into the verses. Okay? Oh, no. Good thing I have a spare. All right, so let's go.
Cats on the blacktop, birdie in the treetop, someone plays guitar. That's
All right, welcome to the verses. Hi, hello there. How are you? Okay, look, this is what they look like. Very simple, very straightforward. So we're good. Well, listen to me. Listen, and we will. Okay.
Cats on the blacktop, birdie in the treetop, someone plays guitar that sounds like clavinet. I ain't ready yet to go to bed. I think I'll take a walk downtown instead.
See, very simple. Join me where my head is my nip. Okay, so now we're gonna roll up to that C from that B flat, right? Now it can be a C or C7. I prefer to do the C7 because you can get. It's very JGB to do the C7. 7 jams are very easy to go between major and minor, just in case you didn't know, and you can really, really make some cool stuff happen on 7s. So I like to do. And I know some people are going to be like, well, Davey, there's like a B flat when I look up the chords. Yeah, there's a B flat because that's what you're doing. That's what that little bow is, right? So you're going to hang out on that in the C. You can also hit that G to kind of rock back and forth, right? And so like that's your jam. Like you can jam on that between verses, right? Like once you come down from the chorus, you can jam on that. But for now, this will be like you kind of chill on it for a second and then you'll come in. Cats on the blacktop, birdie in the treetop, someone plays guitar that sounds like clavinet. Right? I know I'm going to piss people off by doing that, but I cannot help it. So what we're gonna do for clavinet, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit an F, E minor, D instead of the D minor like we do in the intro, right? So clavinet, and then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an A minor to a D, but we can do this little walk down, and all that is you're doing a little chromatic thing from the 7th fret on the A string to the 5th, so 7, 6, 5, and then you're going to hit the 8 on the E and then down to the 5 on the E. So, right, and then you're going to hit an A minor to D. Right, so it'll be clavinet, I ain't ready yet to go to bed. And then now you're back in your fucking intro / chorus. I think I'll take a walk downtown instead. Cats down under the fucking stars. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. That's your verses. That's all of them. That's all your verses and your jams. You can just jam in that C7. I mean, it doesn't matter. Do what you want. I love you. I don't care. In the backing track at the end, like we're going to do at the end of this, I put like a C minor section in the jam, like I just to like change it up a little bit and have you guys start to think in different ways. Cause like you should do this with your own bands. And I know some people are like, I want the album version. No, push yourself. You don't want just the album version. Do a little jam in there. It's like a C7 jam, like the song would be, and then it drops into a C minor jam just to keep you on your toes a little bit. And then it pops back up. So you'll get a little taste of that at the end of this when we're doing the solo thing, but like you hear that?
Satin blouse on buttoning. Satin blouse on.
Hey, welcome to the bridge. Here's what it looks like. It's long. Like, this is going to take a second, okay? And it's weird. I'm not mincing words. I'm not chewing the fat. I'm not taking longer than I need to explain things just to get a longer runtime. I'm not doing that either. But what I am doing is I'm trying to prepare your butthole, right? I'm trying to prepare your butthole for what's about to happen.
That's down under the stars. Satin blossom buttoning. Satin blossom buttoning. Time is a stripper doing it just for you. Time is a stripper doing it just for you, just for you. Just for you. Just for you. Just for you.
Okay, so what we're doing after that third verse, that's why I am headed down to Ellicott Street. You're going to do the chorus just like you normally would, but when you get to that walk up, right? We're going to move it. This is the key change. This is the fucking bridge, right? So we got to take them to the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Take them to the bridge. That's what we're going to do. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move this up to A. So you keep the same fucking thing, the same format that you were just following. You just move it up to A. Right? It's the same thing, right? You've just moved it up a whole step and you've done the same thing. So what you're doing, whereas you did with the first one, you did G, A minor, B minor, C, D minor, E minor, F, and now you'll go A, B minor, C sharp minor, D, E minor, F sharp minor, G. Right? So let's do that. You nailed it. You did so good. And now let's get to the sexy stuff. Now you're going to go to D minor to C. That's all that part is. So you're doing satin blouse on. Then you're going to go to B minor, me. And you're going to go to B flat. So B minor, B flat, D minor, C. So like you do that twice. Excuse me. Woof. So, satin blouse unbuttoning. Satin blouse unbuttoning. Isn't that so fun? That's so satisfying to play. And it's got even the la 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 la. So good. So good. It's so good you want to fucking hit your mom in the face. And then you're going to hit the time is a stripper. That's an A major, baby. So satin blouse unbuttoning. Time is a stripper doing it just. And now I'm going to stop you right now because this is where it gets weird. So A, time is a stripper doing it just for you. you're going to have to do some quick movements. So I'm doing F, C, G. So I'm doing this F to this C to the C-shaped G. And I'm sorry. You can also do, but it's not going to sound the same. It's just not. Or you can do it there. You can do, time is a stripper, doing it just for you. Time is a stripper, doing it just for you. Right? So, but that, okay, so the second time is weird. So the time is a stripper, the first one is F, C, G, just for you. Time is a stripper, doing it just for you. Right? So that time it's C, G, F. It's a little backwards. Right? Or you can do it up here. I've been doing it up here. So, time is a stripper, doing it just for you. Time is a stripper, doing it just for you. Right? It's that one is CGF, and I don't know what else to tell you other than it's going to be a pain in the ass trying to memorize these movements like this. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And you know that things take time. It took me time to figure it out. It's going to take you time to figure it out. I'm sorry. I can't just imbue you with it. And I wish I could. I wish I could imbue you, bruh. I wish I could imbue you. But anyways, so after that one, after the C, G, F, you're then going to hit a G, B flat, C, which is weird. So it'll be a down here. Right? So you can do it down here. Time is a stripper, doing it just for you. Time is a stripper, doing it just for you. And then from there you would go, just for you. You would go G, B flat, C. Or I like to do the roots and just write them up like that. So it'd be the root of your C shapes, right? Then you would go to the B flat one, which is your pointer finger would be on the 13th fret of the A string, and your pointer finger would be on the 12th fret. I said 13, right? 13 of the A and 12 of the D. So, and you would move it up a whole step from there to that C. Up. Right? You would just move it. Right? And so then from there, you're in the jam. And I would say go to D7. You can also do D major, but what did we talk about? And then B flat, F, C. So. Just for you. And so, yeah, you're hanging on that D for a second. So you're like jamming. It's that kind of thing where you just got to add those in or, right? And then from there, you're going to do that 4 times. And on the 4th time, shit gets crazy. Okay? So this is the 4th one. Right, it's a lot. So on that last one, when you hit that, so you're gonna hit that B flat to that F to that C, that just for you. You're gonna immediately hit an A flat, E flat, B flat. So it's that same shape structure, but you're just gonna move it down a whole step. You're gonna move it down another. You're gonna hit an F, F, C, and then G to your walk up. Right? I mean, it's not simple, but it still isn't as hard as you thought it was going to be, is it? It's just 3 little groupings of chord shapes that are, it's the same. It's the same. So, fuck that up. You fuck up, man. It's fine. And that's like basically the song, because then you would just, you've made the jump back for your last verse. So this in the backing track, that area is where I put the big jam. So that's where you're like, you jam over the C7 for a while, and then you're going to jam in C minor for a second, and then it comes back to do that last one. Knocking the brass tacks, cover up your tracks, Jack. So what you're going to listen to now is you're going to listen to me like jam over that little jam section for a second, and then what I want you to do is practice, practice, practice. And then I want you to go play to the backing track because it's a lot of fun. I want you to play to it. I want you to sing over. I want you to have a good, gay old time. Okay? All right? She's a stripper doing it just for you. But remember, dude, she has hepatitis. You know she does. You know she does. That's why, no, just do not touch time. You know? It used to be called strawberry time. Right? So, strawberry alarm clock. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not, whatever. I'm not responsible for jokes that could have been there or not. But listen to me jam. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Play Dead. I love you all very much. Remember, without you guys, we don't have this. So thank you. Please subscribe, like, all the stuff you're supposed to do. Please go hit up Fred for one of these SB500s. I like the mods I've been doing. I had to do the Davey mods, you know what I'm saying? Had to make it a little bit more me. Go check out the Golden Road Guitar Course, our Patreon, which has so much content on it all the time. We've made so much content for you to go check out over there, and it's not expensive at all. Go check it out. We've got merch. St. Owsley hoodie, you know what I'm saying? That's our band, me and Toby's band. It's our band for the channel. It's a Jerry Dead thing that we do. Go check it out. Go check our merch out at realbird.company.site. You guys are the best, and remember that, life is what you make out of it, and things can change on a dime, and you have to be willing to accept those things. You can't control anything. Remember, you can't touch time. You can't touch the stripper. You can only watch it. So, be a good guest. Be a good dude. Don't be a dick. Remember, don't be a dick. Just be good to people. Be as good as you can. All right? I love you. Go play music for people. Go make them feel good. Mwah!